Hey everyone, welcome to today's Lunch and Learn. My name is Will Pedersen. I'll be leading Lunch and Learn today. Hey, it looks like we have Janice in here, and Janice, we have a pre-submitted question from you, so let me dig that up really quick here. So in a form approval flow using flow extension data, we sporadically receive error messages in production that a particular object is null. The message is very vague and the default logging only provides the same error received at runtime. Is it possible to create a custom log to every step of the flow? Can you help me understand the error message that you're hitting a bit more?
Yeah, we have like a data structure, a defined data structure, and it's like let's just say like personal information. And when they go to approve that form, it'll say that that object is null, but it doesn't give you any detail as to where it's null and where it's getting that error. And so we're looking to
does your flow have a catch exception step in it?
It does not currently.
Okay. When you catch an exception, you should get detailed step execution information that tells you the steps that that the flow progressed through. Here, let me just create a folder, and I can kind of. This is probably what I would start with. Probably enhancing your exception handling a bit here, so we can better catch these kind of issues. So, an example is. So if we have a flow, I'm just going to put a divide step in it so that I can divide by 0 and force a type of exception. So here's a flow. Let's assume it has a bunch of steps in it. I'm going to divide by 0. It should blow up for me. All right, so that's going to fail. And then the quality of that error message is going to, that can or can't show up in the logs depending on, or will some details of which I'm not entirely certain on. In fact, this one doesn't show up in the logs at all. So what I'm going to do here is find, there's two ways to kind of handle it. I'm going to search for catch, find a catch exception step. And here I'm going to put like a form. Now the normal, a lot of the standard way or that we might handle this is create a form here. Create a brand new form. We have an exception handling module that we can send over to you. I'm going to search for rich, find a rich text display, name this thing error, put a button on this form. Now I'm going to go ahead and assign this form to the administrators. I'm just going to give it some garbage assignment name and assignment action name. Okay. And then here, if we look at catch exception, we can see it gives us a ton of information about the step that failed or the exception information itself. And what I can do here is I'm just going to pass in like exception stack or exception full trace maybe. Not sure which is the best. And then debug this. It's going to get an error. And then you'll see if you look at my flow, it hits the divide step, it fails. And then is caught by the catch exception step, and it goes to the assign form step. And so here I'm getting some better information. Now I can include all of those fields to identify the particular step, as well as some additional error information. But now I have an assignment. In fact, if I were to close this and look at my inbox, have this assignment here created at 12:05 today. I can, it's locked right now. But I have the ability to see that that error message and get alerted of an error immediately. So this is kind of our default exception catching behavior, where you're going to have a catch all type step. where any uncaught exception is going to go and create a task for someone to figure out what was going on there. And you get access to all this information you see under outputs here.
Gotcha.
The other option, if you have a specific step that is failing and you're trying to figure it out, is under outcomes here. There is a add outcome for exception. And if this step hits an exception, you might want to continue on, or you might want to handle it specifically. And with this design, we'll see the step now catches its own exception, moves down the on exception path. So either one of these patterns, this catches all uncaught exceptions. And then you can actually at the step level catch specific exceptions. Now, some steps, like integration steps to databases, those have like an error path automatically. But every step can have an error path by use of this this setting here, to add an outcome for exception like we just did. I'm sorry, just one moment. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I would say probably the first place to start without really knowing any details about the error message that you're getting is to enhance your exception handling. And if we look at documentation and search for exception handling best practices, let's see what we have here. Yeah, and I'm going to put the link to this documentation in the chat as well. This doc is also going to be helpful to give you some ideas, and there's a bunch of good information or this best practices suggestion for exception handling. So here's where I would recommend to start, if you will. That makes sense or help at all? Any other questions you have about that?
Yeah, that's good.
Right. Okay, so let's see here. Krushia has their hand up. So go ahead, Krushia, what do you got?
Hey, well, I'm getting an error while inserting to the Postgres database. The error message says that this table does not exist, but it exists, and I have checked it from like outside, and it's even visible in the decisions.
You have a copy of the error message?
Yes.
Do you think you could you paste it into the chat here for us?
Sure, give me a second. I'll just copy and paste it. Mhm. I'm not able to send any message. Will
You're not able to do anything. You're not able to
not
post
getting, yeah.
anything in the chat.
Yes. There is no like sign to send a message.
There should be like a chat. If you might have to say show controls in Zoom.
I can see the chat bar, but no, I'm not getting an option to send it.
I think you just hit enter. Like you're saying you can't like
Yeah,
you're saying
is it visible to you? I have hit enter.
I don't see any chat being sent now. Here, would you like to share your screen?
Yes.
I'll have to make you a panelist just in one moment.
Sure.
If your audio reconnects, Krushi, go ahead and you can get your screen share going and we could look at the error message that you see.
Will, is my screen visible to you?
No, I don't think you're sharing your screen.
Okay, give me a second. Now,
Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, here we see relation does not exist. Enable debug logging for full query. What step are you getting? Can I see what step this is? Relation does not exist.
can I show you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so like we have a Postgres connection, and I'll show you the same table like by a query editor. So this is a table I'm using, this one. This one I'm using. And I have created a table definition for the same. That is so this is a table definitions, but I guess there is a problem like that I can see there in that screenshot that is allergy testing, and here I can see only there is a typo with allergy. I'm not sure if that's the reason it's not getting inserted, but like we have a data engineering team and they check like it's working at their end. It's not working on decisions only.
So
What
hold
to-
on, database table definition,
Mhm.
decisions. So that's not the right. Can you expand that name column, please?
A name. This is
Yeah, can you
this.
expand the name
Okay.
column?
Okay. How to expand it like
Expand.
from here?
Expand, please. You need to drag the column length over. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a different table. The error message is for a different table. If you look at that error message, it's decisions.rgy underscore testing underscore desensitization underscore pp. This is not the same table.
But like there is only that table in the database. Suppose if I'll select the same connection. So this is the same table. This one I have selected. That's
Okay.
from the Postgres.
Okay, and this one works, right?
No, this one is only giving the error. I guess I'll have to delete
Hold on.
this one.
Well, hey, I don't know. Like, let me see. Can I see the error message here? Can you hover over the table definition name? No. I'm sorry. Slow down just a moment. Can you go back to where you were? Hover over the red rectangle. Okay,
Here?
so table definition with the same name already exists. So allergy testing. Okay, but this is a different. Can I see what are you doing to get the error message from your previous that you have a screenshot of? Can you show me the flow you're running?
Sure. So this is the flow. That image can. So this is the flow I'm running inside once. This one.
Okay, and what step is failing?
Here it's failing.
So this is for a different, is it possible you show me the wrong error message?
No, this is the same table. Like if I debug, you can see the same error message. You can see like your same error. Logic testing desensitization does not exist.
Is 4.2 requested 4.2 PO1? Let me request control from you really quick.
Sure.
And you say that, how have you tested to confirm that this works? Because the SQL server, you can run a query in the query editor?
So like I tried this, like the code is working because I am able to insert to the other tables which are in the same connection of the database, but it's not
Mhm.
getting inserted only for this table.
I mean, this is all a Postgres. This doesn't, like, even if you look at the code here, this is all something in the this is a Postgres. So you see here, this is decisions framework code getting called right here. But then you can see we're actually into the connectors we use for Postgres. All we're actually doing is running a query. So there's something wrong on the Postgres side here. Let me drop, I'm gonna find, let's see, I'm gonna put a link to a chat. How have you confirmed? I don't think you've really confirmed that this is actually working. Like, can someone run an insert statement from Postgres Workbench?
Okay, I don't think I can insert, like I don't have the like uh, um I don't think that I have the control over that. It's controlled by the data engineering, but I can check. I can check tomorrow.
Do you see that link I just posted though in the chat window?
Sure. Yes.
So do you see that error message is coming from Postgres? And
Mm-hmm.
it's apparently some well-known Postgres error. And it has to do with a couple, there's a couple of possibilities there, but none of which I think you need to follow up with your either database team or your data team and ask them to validate that you can insert into that table. I don't think that table has been appropriately set up for you right now. And that Google link seems to agree with that assessment.
But we were able to insert in the same table like a month back.
Sure,
I
but
don't.
something could have changed, right? I mean, we don't control, decisions doesn't control that table for you.
Oh, okay. Fine.
Yeah, I think I'd ask the people who own that database to
Sure.
confirm if you can still insert into that. If you have SQL Workbench, you could try to write an insert statement and confirm that that works.
Sure.
But all those error messages are coming straight from Postgres and not from decisions. That 4.2 PO1 is a Postgres error message, is a Postgres error code.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay,
That
you
was
bet.
helpful. Yeah, got it.
I'm gonna go ahead and set you back to an attendee here. It's gonna boot you out and make you come back in. Okay. Other questions do we have from anyone today? Okay, any other questions from anyone today? Just hang tight for a few minutes in case anyone has any questions or anyone else joins here. Hey, Amber, I need to step away for 2 secs. Can you just alert me if anyone asks any questions in the chat, please?
Yeah, got you.
Thank you. All right, any questions from anybody? If not, I guess we'll go ahead and call it a day here.
It's been quiet over here, so I think we're
Okay.
good.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for the questions. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, and talk to you then.